Hey there, I'm Elizabeth from Living Vibrantly, and I'm back with a review of a program called 80-Day Obsession. This is a workout program that has a nutrition plan to go along with it, so I will be focusing on both in this video. But first of all, I just want to say, unfortunately, lately I have been getting a lot of comments on my videos saying my videos are too long, and I'm sorry about that. I guess, fair warning, I am thorough, detailed, and that's kind of what I'm going for with this video. So if you're looking for like the 60-second review, I'm sorry, this is not going to be it. Partly we're like a low budget operation around here. Like I don't have a video editor that's going to take my 10 minutes down to 1 minute by cutting out all the pauses in my speaking. So again, I'm sorry, I do what I can. Hopefully what I'm providing is good information. I've already taken a minute of your time, but I thought that was important to say because of the number of comments that I've been getting. And I'm sorry I'm so shiny and like my face is just red. Like that's what happens when it's 95 degrees. But I also did an 80-day obsession workout this morning. Got my heart pumping. So this program just totally blew me away. Like I loved it. I loved everything about it. I'm doing the second round right now. I'm in phase 1, so it has 3 phases. Basically, it's 3 months long, 13 weeks. So when we talk about 80 days, I forget what it is. If you divide 80 by 7, it's like 11 weeks and change. So the way that it's counted, there are 80 different videos that you get access to. And that's one of the things that's really innovative about this program, something that Beachbody has never done before. And that's why you can't get it on DVD. You have to do the streaming version because it would be like a whole library, like stack of DVDs. So, it'd probably be like, I don't know, $200, $300, and nobody wants to pay that much anymore when you can get access to the whole workout, like every workout, on a streaming basis. Like 4 dozen programs, more than 800 videos. So you get access to 80-Day Obsession. Not only that, but the entire Beachbody On Demand library. And I just want to mention that as part of the value if you do choose to give the program a try. And I have a two-week free trial if anyone wants to give that a try. Obviously, you can't complete the whole program in 2 weeks, but you could get a nice introduction to it. So 80-Day Obsession. 80 different workouts. Basically, you have 6 workouts a week, and then there's a stretching and foam rolling day, and those sessions repeat. There's not a new, different foam rolling session each week, but that's why Sunday is more or less a rest day, and most of the Sundays are not counted except the first 2. So that's how you get to 80 days with 13 weeks. It's a little over a 3-month program, and it really will transform your body, and probably depending on how you're eating, but for most people, it will transform your eating habits too. It is really designed to increase your metabolism, both by building muscle and by the volume of healthy food that you're eating. And it comes together so that the scale may not go down, but your size will go down. Depending, I guess a very thin person who had no muscle on their frame might get bigger, and that might be a goal for you. But if you're someone who a goal is to lose fat, you might be surprised you're not seeing the scale move downward necessarily, or not much, but your body, the way it looks is really changing, the way your clothes fit is really changing because you're gaining muscle at the same time that you lose fat, right? And we all know that by volume, muscle weighs more than fat. So I got like a handful of muscle, handful of fat, same volume. The muscle's heavier, right? So my point is, like fat takes up more space. So you could be the same weight on the scale, but be smaller, essentially. And that's what this program does. So the workouts, it was really billed as an ab and booty building program. And the trainer in all of the videos is Autumn Calabrese. You might know her from the 21-Day Fix. She was basically given a challenge by Beachbody to, like we all know you can't spot reduce, right? If someone's like, I want to lose like this on my upper arm, like you can't do that unless you reduce fat all over your body. But Autumn was given a challenge of if you could design a program that specifically would sculpt and tone the abs and the booty, how would you design it? And that's essentially what she did. So there's a lot, like so many exercises that work the the butt muscles, the gluteus, maximus, medius, minimus, right? And like accessory hip muscles as well, from every possible angle, like every angle. So you do end up, like I tell people, I had a sore butt for 3 months, essentially, but the shape of it changed. I have one client who, she said she's had like a flat butt and she felt like it was a weird shape always, like in pants, like pants were just never the same shape as her body. And she now can fill out a pair of jeans. And that was a very good feeling for her, to be able to say that for the first time in her life. So similar thing with the abs. Like that's kind of a trouble spot for me on my body. Just is where I carry some fat, like they've never been visible. So I'm not saying I'm like totally ripped, but if you look at some of the recent pictures on my social media, I have that definition starting to show where there's lines that are visible. And that's, maybe the best it's ever going to get for me. We'll see what happens with round 2 of this program, but it really was visible change. So that's why I say this is a program for like, if you're used to working hard in your workouts and you're not really seeing the magnitude of results that you would want, this is a program that can really change your body. The workouts are up to an hour long, so it is a time commitment, and it's not like sitting there drinking your water. The workouts are like go, 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 like one move to the next, pick up your weights, put them down, get the resistance bands, change the resistance bands, like move them from your thighs to your feet, like it's moving fast. And you really feel like you're making the most of your time. Sometimes it's like, oh, is this ever going to end? But the workouts are really hard, and if you like a challenge, you're going to love this. If you're not sure you're up for the challenge, there is a modifier that you can follow with lower intensity, lower impact moves until you get stronger. Okay. And then as far as, so those are the workouts. It's basically, it's not just abs and booty though. So I think you can tell, like, I'm pretty happy with what my arms and shoulders have gotten from this program. And I've been only doing these workouts since January. I got injured. I took a month off. But other than that, that's it. Like, so there are some just regular upper body exercises. There's a lot of push-ups in this program, overhead press, bicep curl, tricep extension, like all the things you would expect, weighted moves to work the upper body. And that is part of it, even though the focus is glutes and abs. So don't think you'll be neglecting your upper body. Like, there's tons of shoulder work in this program. All right. So I think that covers it for the workouts. Let me know if you still had any questions. And then the nutrition plan is a container-based eating plan, which you're familiar with if you know 21-Day Fix, or pretty much all the Beachbody plans for like the last 4 years have been based on those color-coded containers. What's new and different about 80-Day Obsession is it is timed nutrition. So it's not like eat exactly these foods at this time. There's still enough flexibility that, like, if you hate eggs, you don't have to eat eggs, or if you're allergic to eggs. But what this plan sets out for you is what containers to combine at what time. So pretty much, I think all brackets eat 5 times a day, depending on, what calorie your bracket you're in is how much food you eat. You're eating frequently. You're eating in your eating window, like every 2 hours. There's specific food groups that you eat before and after your workout. So your workout window can move around depending on what time of day you do your workout. And then everything goes around that. So you have your pre-workout meal, post-workout meal, and then, those would be your first 2 if you're working out in the morning. Those would be your last 2 if you're working out in the evening. And then there's 3 meals, either earlier or later in the day, depending on, obviously, like if you're a morning or evening workout person. So they're not always in the same order, but they're always oriented around the time that you're working out. It turns out to be a lot of food, or at least that's how I felt. I've been following the container system since 2015, so over 3 years now, and what I experienced was this program really cured me of boredom, stress, emotional eating. And the reason it did was it taught me that I wasn't eating enough before. And, honestly, I kind of knew that, but it ends up to be a lot of protein and a lot of vegetables when you're following the container system. And I could not stomach the thought of having another protein, another vegetable serving each day. Like, it just was like, too much. Like, I don't want to figure out what to make. I don't want to figure out what to pack for work. Like, I just don't want to do it. And so I would end up, kind of supplementing with candy, to be honest, which is not the best for your health, but little treats here and there, like, probably okay, as long as the rest of it is healthy. But it really was kind of eating away at me, no pun intended, that like I just can't kick this candy habit. And I still also was having the afternoon crash. So when I committed to 80-day obsession, I was like, I don't care. I'm going to figure it out. And I'm eating way more vegetables than ever before. I never had cherry tomatoes for a snack before. Now I have it's Greek yogurt with a little bit of sugar-free, no added sugar muesli. It's oats. Why would you add sugar to that? But, so a lot of cereals do. So Greek yogurt, muesli, cherry tomatoes is a snack that I have just about every day because it's convenient. I like it. I don't really get sick of it. So I had to figure those things out. But pretty much I eat meat usually twice a day. My Shakeology is one. There's a post-workout and overnight muscle recovery protein shakes. And then I'll have cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, sometimes eggs. So I think that's 5 meals and then the 2 protein supplements. But it's, you're eating often. And the philosophy of this plan is really the way the containers are laid out for you. So again, according to just the normal container system, you could have no carbs all day long and then all your carbs at dinner, like a huge bowl of brown rice with some other things, right? Or a huge bowl of whole wheat pasta. So you're still eating the whole grains, but it could be in large quantities all at once. It wasn't balanced throughout the day. What 80-Day Obsession Plan adds on is it balances it throughout the day. So you're eating small amounts of carbs throughout the day, and it's really designed so your muscles have exactly the amount of protein they need, carbs they need circulating to repair and to build, but not more to be stored as fat. So it can be a little frustrating. I only get a half a cup of brown rice at a time, and then I have to wait until the next meal. It's sometimes you just want to get that carb coma, right? But this plan really doesn't allow that. But the good thing is it kind of cured me of wanting that. So now there is such a thing as refeed days. Let's see. I want to say it's week 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, so 4 times throughout the program. That's all. So you get 1 refeed day in each of those 4 weeks. What you do on refeed day is you eat simple carbs instead of complex carbs. So things like English muffins from white flour, pasta from white flour. There are some clean dessert recipes where still clean ingredients, but simple carbs instead of complex. And we explain what all this means. You get recipes so you don't have to. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, don't worry. But so on refeed day, and then you get more fruit. So it's different carbs and more carbs, and also more carbs in the form of fruit. And it gets to be so much, I find that it's almost not pleasant, it's almost too much. But the purpose of refeed day is to restock the glycogen stores in your muscles, and it always falls before leg day. So you're going to be lifting heavy, and you'll use up that glycogen. So the idea is to really enable you to push harder on leg day. And I found it to be very effective. I lifted heavier in this program than I ever have in my life before. And I've done hammer and chisel. I've done strength-based programs before. I never thought I could do bicep curls with 20 pounds in each hand, but I'm doing them now. That's a lot for me. Maybe that's not a lot for you. It was a lot for me. There have been times when I felt like I was tapped out at 10 pounds. So I probably increased from 5, over the course of a program. Building strength, building muscle, boosting your metabolism to be like a calorie torching machine. That's what this program is all about. But like I said, it really has helped me to see food as fuel and to be much more conscious of the effect that it's having on my body and my mood and my energy. And I think that's something that I will really take with me. What else do I want to say? I have a whole written review. I'll put a link in the description so you can read more if you want to about why, the obsession term doesn't necessarily mean an unhealthy obsession. Links to the different program kits. And of course, with any of these, you'll get me as your coach and you'll have my support for the entire 13 weeks. This is not necessarily a program for a beginner unless you are very, very motivated and ready to like really commit and work hard. Like I said, there is a modifier, but she's still working super hard in the workout. So if you do think you're interested, you want to check it out, shoot me an email and let's talk more. I would love to help you out. Thanks for watching.